And your Yiddish word for today is nosh. And a nosh is like a snack. So you have like a nosh of bagels or a little nosh this afternoon. It's to get a little snack. And hopefully you have a little nosh with perimeter and area. So today is going to be on lesson 2.1, which is on page 37 in Shapes and Angles book. And we're going to talk about perimeter and area. And if you remember, perimeter, if I was to draw a shape here, perimeter is the distance around the shape. So just the outside edge. So if this was 3, and this is 3, and this is 3, and this is 3, let's say 3 feet for each side, I would just add up the distance around the shape. So 3, 3, 3, 3. So the perimeter here would be 12, right? Instead I put feet, it would be 12 feet. Area would be what is inside the shape. The area of this shape instead would be 3 times 3. The area is going to be the base times the height. So 3 times 3 in this case would be 9, and we express area in units, in this case feet, squared. I'm just going to talk about a couple of shapes that we need to find the perimeter and area of. So if you wanted the area of something like a triangle, and we'll give the height of that triangle over here. Say this is the base, and that's the entire base, this whole base right here. And the height is right here. Let's say this base of this one is, say, 5, and the height here is 4. And we'll say it's inches. And let's say if you wanted the area of this, it would be area equals base times height, and then you would divide it by 2, because really it's half of this full shape. And if you wanted the area of this full shape, it would be base times this whole height. Well, we only need half of it, so you divide it by 2 or multiply it by a half. In this case, it would be 5 times 4. Remember, place it inside parentheses, and we divide that by 2. Well, 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 divided by 2 is 10. So this would be 10 inches squared would be our area of this triangle right here. Parallelogram, something like this. Okay, you're going to go ahead, you get, once again, the height. This is what you're looking at, not this. If this was like 5 inches and this was 4 inches and this was like 12 inches, you don't do 12 times 5 to get the area of the shape. You do 12 times 4 because this is the height. It's the shortest distance from the base to the top, okay? So you're going to go ahead and say, okay, base times height, and this time you don't divide it by 2 because it's not a triangle, it is a parallelogram. So you're looking for all of this. So it's just going to be base times height, and that's going to give us our area. Now that's 12 times 4. 12 times 4, and that's going to be 48, in this case, inches squared. And that's area and perimeter. Now why don't you go ahead, have a little nosh, and see if you can get the problems done.